Well, it's getting pretty warm. You saw that thermometer here on the fence in a part of West Albany, and that's probably been, well, it's certainly the hottest day this year. And I can't remember if it got to be that hot last year. It got pretty warm. Well, I think it was a couple of years ago when there was this heat dome. But anyway, today and yesterday were pretty warm. And if I'm not mistaken, the forecast says we can expect a couple of more days like this, Wednesday and Thursday. And of course, you expect all kinds of stories about global warming and climate change and all that. And, you know, on a day like this, it's hard to argue with that. Although you got to remember that this is summer, and we live in kind of a Mediterranean climate here. And that climate just has hot summers and dry summers. I don't think we've had any rain for a couple of months. Not only that, we have smoke from wildfires that in the sky there a little bit. Not exactly blue sky. On the contrary, it is sort of hazy. You know, the sky kind of reminds me of Bad Days in Van Nuys in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles. When the smog was really bad, that's what it looked like. And I don't think they've had smog like this down there for quite a while now. What you need on a day like this is a hat like that. When anything that keeps the sun off your head is helpful and makes you feel a lot better, or at least keeps you from feeling a lot worse. What else can we say about the weather? All we know is it's going to change. The thing to do, if you don't mind, is to remember days like this. Remember them in November and December, and certainly next January and February. Chances are there are going to be some very wet days and cold days. Well, we hope. As I say, we haven't had any rain for so long, and I'm thinking that there's got to be some rain in our future. Otherwise, we are in real trouble. I read in the paper, I guess, that the city of Monroe down in southern Benton County declared a water emergency. And by that they mean you can't, you're not supposed to water down the sidewalks and other paved surfaces anymore, for now anyway, and that makes sense. Other towns in that area, for example, Harrisburg and Lynn County, used to have the same problem, although I haven't heard of that lately. And so I guess they've solved their water problems for now anyway, even on dry, hot periods of time, during periods of time like this. Tell you what, it is getting kind of warm out here. We've been contemplating a temperature of around 105, 106, something like that, in the shade. And, well, let me make one other point, and that is, you know, some of us are very lucky because we have access to air conditioning. So venturing out into the wilds here like this, into the heat, is just kind of an exercise. Just remember that there are people who don't have the choice. There are people who live in houses around here where air conditioning is not provided. It didn't used to be necessary. And then, of course, we have people who are unhoused completely. They're out in the elements, in the heat of the summer, like this. And come winter, they're going to be suffering winter weather. That is something to just keep in mind while we're complaining about our own situation and sweat running into in our eyes. One of the readers of HH Today reminded me or suggested to me that I ought to remind pet owners not to walk their pets on pavement, not to walk their dogs on pavement during this period of time, because chances are their paws are going to get burned if they do. My guess is that most pet owners know that, but if you don't, if you're new to pet ownership, just happened to get a dog a little while ago, just be sure you don't walk them on pavement in weather like this, and keep them cool if you can. That's it for me with another look at this terrific temperature. And thanks a lot for watching and for your patience and in listening to me carry on here. I'll see you later. I'm House O'Haring, and this may be HH Today, but it is, I am in Albany, Oregon, USA. Pretty nice place to live, even on days when it's hot. Just don't tell anybody else. We got enough people as it is. See you later.